The Bold and Beautiful show 5553 VTR 227 2009.
That marriage is on shaky grounds. I'm telling you, now's your chance to get him back.
Stop it, Stephanie. They are married. I can't just get him back.
Yes, you can if you'll take the chance, if you'll fight, if you'll just take a stand. You've got to.
I'm not going to interfere in someone's marriage. I will always love Rich. But he's spoken for, and that is where I draw the line.
Darn it. Oh, stupid, stupid, stupid. Oh, Pammy, how could you mess this up? Oh, dear Lord. What is Ridge gonna think when he finds out what I've done?
You know why I did.
Because Rick was here.
I couldn't stand to even look at him, let alone sleep under the same roof.
I get it. But I still don't understand why you chose to go to Taylor's place. Of all places.
Because after what happened yesterday, I felt that's where I should be.
I couldn't sleep all night. I know nothing happened, but still.
Of course nothing happened. What do you think, I was going to slip into Taylor's bedroom for a little quickie?
I'm sure it crossed her mind.
I went there for my kids' sake only. Steffi and Thomas needed me.
And what about Taylor? Did she need you too? Rich, I know we have our differences, but for you to run off to your ex-wife's house every time we have a problem, it tells her that our marriage is vulnerable. And it just seems inappropriate. You know she would take advantage of that.
Look, Taylor understands. My sleeping there is for our kids' sake only. She understands that I'm committed to you. She respects that.
Why do you always defend her? You know nobody would be happier to see our marriage fail. Except maybe your mother.
That marriage is not working, and we both know it.
Okay, but it doesn't change the fact that Rich and Brooke are legally married.
I don't understand you. She's never shown you the same decency.
That's because that's where her and I are different. I value the sanctity of marriage. I'm not going to compromise my beliefs for her.
Taylor, this whole situation with Rick has caused an enormous rift between them. Aren't you entitled to some happiness?
No, Stephanie, I'm not like that. It doesn't matter how much I love Ridge. I'm not going to throw myself at the feet of some married man, even if it is Ridge. I have too much self-respect.
Taylor, you are a good woman, and it is just that sense of decency and morality that separates you from Brooke. So, for goodness...
I know your heart is in the right place, but it is wrong. It's wrong to me.
It'd be so good for Tom and Steffi. You know, when I think about all the things that have occurred these past few months, they probably wouldn't have happened if you and Ridge had still been together.
I know. I've thought about that. Believe me, I know things would have been very different.
Well, and I realize that Ridge has given thought to that, too. I saw him last night. I watched him. He was very affected being here with you and the children in the house.
Yes, I know, but that was just one night, one little family night, and then he went home to Brooke.
Yeah, all I'm saying is if the opportunity arises, don't let it slip by.
All right, Stephanie, nothing would make me happier, but I'm not going to live my life just sitting around waiting for that to happen. What if it doesn't? What, I'll just be living my life, clinging to a dream?
I don't want this to turn into an argument.
I don't either.
I know that you and Taylor are in agreement about Rick, and you both feel tremendous relief because Steffi broke things off with him.
Well, can you blame us? You know what he said about my daughter.
I know why we all heard what he said. You set him up.
Had to be done.
It was wrong, Rich. Especially teaming up with Taylor.
I thought it gave Steffi a chance to finally see how demented your son is when she's not with him. It worked. She finally kicked him to the curb.
My God. Seems like you're getting pleasure out of this. I just find it very tragic.
Brooke, what's tragic is what happened to Phoebe. What almost happened to Steffi. The lengths that he drove Thomas to and what he did to Taylor. I want him out of their life, and just to be sure, I want him shipped back to Paris.
No, I am not sending him out of town. You got Steffi to break things off with Rick. Isn't that enough?
Look, I'm concerned about Steffi. She's still very vulnerable. Rick's not going to stop here. You know your son. He hates to lose. He's taken advantage of both of my daughters and their mother.
Why do you keep bringing up Taylor?
Because she's one of his victims, too.
Oh my God. She is a grown woman and a trained psychiatrist. She should have known better. If anybody took advantage, she's taken advantage of Rick.
Obviously, we're not going to see eye to eye on this.
No, obviously not.
Bottom line is I want Rick gone. If it was up to me, I'd fire him from the company.
Eric won't allow it.
No, Dad wants us all to get along in the company and work together. Well, I gave up that concept a long time ago. What really concerns me, Logan, is how Rick continues to affect our marriage.
You said that you wouldn't allow him to come between us.
As long as you're unable to see who Rick really is and all the twisted stuff he's done.
Rich, he's my son. He's not some kind of monster.
Look, Logan, I want to get through this as much as you do. I really do. But until you open your eyes and see your son realistically, I just don't see how that's going to be possible.
have spent too much of my life hoping for a future with Ridge.
But it is what you want, isn't it?
Yes, Stephanie, in a perfect world, it would be great. I would love to be with Ridge. I would love for us to be reunited.
Just as it was last night, you could have a lifetime of
Stop it, Stephanie. I am not going to be betting on a breakup between Ridge and Brooke as if they haven't gone back and forth enough. How many times have they done that?
But this time it's different because of Rick. That kid has done more damage to their relationship than anything else, I'm telling you. You better keep an eye on Steffi. That little son of a bitch is going to come sniffing around again. And when he does, you know his mother is blind to him, so it'll be her mistake this time. And she'll pay the price.
Kind of hanging in the balance here, aren't we?
I know.
Logan, I want to understand why you continue to defend and protect him. I have to wonder if you don't feel a certain level of guilt about your role as his mother and the way he was raised.
I just wish I could have given him a more stable upbringing. Living under the same roof as his father. As a family. It just didn't work out that way.
He's not the first kid to be raised in a broken home. I mean, Bridget was raised that way, and she turned out okay. Look, you're a very loving, amazing mother. You did everything you could for that kid. You're not responsible for his issues. He is. You shouldn't feel guilty about that, but something tells me that you do.
Maybe you're right.
What, are you saying you agree with me?
Hi, Pam.
Hi, Steph. Steph, what are you doing here in enemy territory?
I came to see Ridge.
Oh, well, you're out of luck.
Oh,
He's
no.
not here.
Where'd he go? Do you know where he is?
Yeah, he's with Brooke. But you know what, Steph? I'm really happy that you're here. I need you right now.
Okay. What is it? What's wrong?
No, but we can't talk about it here. Let's go in here.
No.
No, it's okay. Donna's getting a wax. Steph, I am so embarrassed. I have done something really stupid. But if I tell you about it, you have to keep a lid on it. Pinky swear?
What's wrong?
You remember when I failed that high school typing class?
Vaguely.
Well, my typing's only gotten worse. It's awful. Now, also, my eyesight's gone to pot. I should be wearing my glasses, but I don't wear them because I look like an old fuddy-duddy when I wear them. So, but if I had worn them, I would have seen all my mistakes.
Honey, people make mistakes, typos all the time.
Yeah, well, not like this. Of course, watching Price is Right at the time probably wasn't the best idea. I'm sure I was distracted. I love that show. I think Drew Carey is so funny. But I know, I think that I wrote down the contestant's bid instead of the... But it doesn't matter. I can fix all that, Steffi. What I'm really disappointed is that my crochet has gone out of style. Now I'm back to answering phones and I'm a receptionist again and I'm screwing everything up.
Honey, whatever it is, that it can't be this bad that it's got you this upset.
Well, it is, Steph. It is. Trust me. Trust me. This one is a real doozy.
Honey, if you just calm down, tell me what's happened. Otherwise, I can't help you.
Okay. I put in the wrong social security numbers and the wrong dates. They went down there, they filed the papers, everything was official. But now it's not.
Who are we talking about?
Ridge and Brooke. He's gonna kill me when he finds out. He thought it was done, but it's not.
What isn't done?
The marriage license. I screwed it all up. It's all my fault.
You were right, Doc. So many times I tried. Disaster after disaster. I can't do it anymore. I'm not going back to Brooke. You, Thomas, and Steffi, you're the world to me. We'll never be apart. Ever.
I have felt guilty about the way I've raised Rick. Maybe that's why I haven't really wanted to see the way things are playing out here and to really see all of Rick's faults. But with all of these complications happening, I mean, I have to look at it, don't I?
You always want to see the good in people, even if it's a little misguided at times.
I just feel that Rick has no one left, and I'm the only person who really understands him. And I'm certainly not going to abandon him.
Logan, you're not abandoning him by disagreeing with his behavior. He's an adult. Let him worry about himself. You gotta cut the apron strings here. It'll be best for both of you.
For us too.
I just wish that we could get away from all of this.
Yeah, me too.
Go back to those two people on the beach the day we were married.
To our special place.
Things were so much simpler. Just the two of us. Away from the world, away from your son.
But the problem is that my son will always be in our lives. Because I'm not a mother who can turn her back on her son.
So what do we do then?
I guess we'll just have to weather the storm. We've always come through it before. This will be no different. And at least one of our big problems in our marriage has been rectified. Rick and Steffi aren't together anymore. And I know that's a huge weight off your shoulders.
As long as Rick respects her decision and stays away from her.
He will.
A lot's riding on this, Logan. Our future is riding on this.
I know. And I already told Rick to respect her decision, and he agreed. And to make sure he does that, I'm going to keep him true to his word.
You sure you're going to be able to do that?
Yes. I am no longer going to support any involvement between Rick and Steffi. He's not going to touch her ever again, Ridge. I promise.
Logan, thank you. I really needed to hear that.
What do you mean you messed up their marriage license?
I got my numbers all mixed up.
Honey, just start all over again from the beginning. Tell me exactly what's happened.
Okay. You remember how they got married on the beach? Just the two of them, nobody else around. There wasn't even a minister in sight. Who does that? Anyway. Okay. So they had their own private little wedding. But in order for the wedding to be official, they also had to get married down in City Hall. So they asked me to fill out the paperwork for the license, right? And then they went down there and they had their quickie little wedding and they filed the license. And they thought everything was official.
And it isn't?
Steph, look at the license. It says right here in big fat letters, invalid. I just got that in the mail today, the rejected application. How could I have been so stupid? Why didn't I double check the social security numbers and the dates? I mean, I'm supposed to be a secretary after all. I'm redoing it. I'm gonna retype it and everything. And I called Rich and told him that I had something really important for him to sign.
Oh my God.
Their marriage isn't valid, Steph.
Bob, their marriage is invalid.
Their marriage isn't valid.
My God, this is a miracle. Pam, you're a miracle worker. Ah!